Hey Nightmares. Right now what I'm going to be doing is looking at how your penetration step from wrestling can actually be utilized to have a coherent and intelligible fucking 1600s rapier take. Mwah. So I'm going to steal rune, and I'm actually not going to use swords to begin with. So we'll just chuck the sword down. I mean, the mask is funny, but it's not needed right now. So the penetration step from wrestling involves a couple of key points. I'm not actually going to teach you how to do a proper single leg and double leg, because I don't actually care about the parts of that are not useful to what we're doing. What I care about is this idea of, as you're wrestling, all of a sudden you get very Fabulous looking fucking positions, but as you drive that front knee forwards when you're in distance, it pulls your torso forwards, but everything upstairs can still act. So if they actually like go to sprawl, you can turn it into a guillotine. If they go to grab your arm, boom, you can turn it into the arm drag and take the back. You can do all those things. But the main like adjuster of distance to begin with is just getting that knee to come forwards. Maybe they go to attack the leg. But because your foot has come off the ground and your hips are back, you can turn it into a big sprawl and shove them into the dirt. This is important because this is a very known takedown. This is a very understood mechanic. Boom. Drive that knee forwards. And as that knee drives forwards, maybe they straighten up a little and you push that forwards, take the single, go from there. Maybe they've got the other leg forwards, so then you dive forwards, boom. Take both legs, go from there. Especially for viewers from the United States who do high school wrestling, none of this should be too alien for you. You'll notice that I'm quite bent over with that penetration step. That seems to align better with where we're going with this, especially if you're following like the Montreal school of Dagestani wrestling, where it's like, as Craig Jones says, your perfect angle is 68 degrees. All of a sudden you start to see a lot of parallels between that and Fabris Capoferro Gigante. So, as we're playing, boom, my goal is to bend the rear knee, bend the front knee. Am I in distance? Can I start threatening? Boom. All of a sudden I start, yeah, look at that. I over-dedicated that position there. Rune drove their fucking knee forwards. They did a perfect void thrust. All of a sudden the difference between a void thrust and an ankle pick or a single leg starts to be not very different whatso fucking ever. Now we're going to go to having swords on hand. So you get to distance or strata. You get to distance, you get your feet in there, look at some of the videos that Woody Craig is coming out with in the next couple of months to really get a better idea of that. But we're going to assume that you have a rudimentary understanding of the modern way of doing strata and lager. So you get to fucking strata, boom, and you start to drive that knee forwards to start getting the change of blade interaction, to start getting the feints, to start getting the attacks. As you're hammering this in, boom, you can just go forwards and backwards. Sawyer and Levy are both really cool for this idea of utilizing this with quite a L-shaped stance. So you can really steal that kind of trait, but you're going boom. All of a sudden you can start getting those reactions you're looking for because you're getting these beautiful gains. Boom. As you go through, you can put your head behind your hilt and you can lean away the same way that Capoferro and Vienna Anonymous talk about. So you start driving that position in, utilizing the knee, maybe rune parries. So they really push across to really get that blade around. Boom. Because you haven't committed to this idea idea of a lunge involves the feet moving, but a lunge is going to a lunged position, you can bop, and it mutates into your passing step beautifully. You don't have to force it. You feel the necessity. And then where you see in Capoferro Gigante Fabris how few a Crescere or a Crescimento steps they're making compared to passing steps, it starts to make a bit more coherent sense. Here, but nice wide position or a narrow position in their eyes. Boom, you're driving this in. They react. Maybe they react with the attack. Due to the knee position changing your distance, you actually get a huge distance change. Boom, what? Now, so my feet are not really doing much until after I've actually gotten so much sorted. Come from lager, get in the position, start driving this. Boom. The only reason I was able to do boom and sit behind it was because I started with this knee lean and really broke through that position, felt freedom, could fit it in. Boom. Maybe I start going over in third. And yes, I've done the passing step there, but everything really got earned by this. Let that drift over. You can start to see how if you have a good idea of single legs, double legs, you can start to really sit here, very American freestyle wrestling, and hammer your attacks in because you get all this freedom of adjustability. Trying to use your knees going forwards and back, creating flexion extension through the ankle, weighting over your toes for free, and then leaning behind your blade should facilitate better and more intuitive attacks for you. Brilliant. Thank you so much. In the description, you'll find my Patreon, which helps me fucking survive doing this and caring about this so intensely. All it gives you is like some of my worst videos that are super like the erratic scrawlings of a man figuring something out, and it's like maybe 1 to 2 minutes, and if you're interested in the video audio equivalent of nightmare notes, they are there. Also, all my videos go on there 2 weeks early. If me saying remember to like and subscribe helps you do that, then I'm happy I did it. Thank you all so much.